Okay, now the final part of this puzzle, which is the essence of this corners last approach, is 3 cycling these in. Now I've gone through this very repeatedly with the other puzzles, but just in case this is more of a self-contained process that we're looking at. The basic algorithm is going to be a right and a left permutation, where if we're doing it from the right side, this to here, this to anything along this plane that will enter, that will coincide with this. So this to either here or here or here, and then these back up to here. Left side here to here, here to pretty much anywhere here, depending on how you move it, and then back to here. The qualification to do this, and the good thing about this particular puzzle is that you have a lot of opportunities for that, is you need to have a top one that's fixed or non-bandaged. Facing you must be a bandaged one, and to whatever side that you're doing it from, right or left, must be also bandaged. So in this case I can only do the right permutation because this is non-bandaged. Now I can coordinate it to other directions, like say over here, in which case I can do, you know, this is bandaged, this and this, so I have complete freedom to do right or left permutations. Just kind of going through an example, it's a question of deconstructing the puzzle, doing your algorithm, and reconstructing it, and that's where the real fun begins. So let's say we wanted to, here's a dark blue, I'm going to move this over here. Okay, so it's here, then I'm going to move this up here. This will cycle this to here, this. Well, I'd ideally like to put it to where an orange is, and it's got the orange has to be over here. Well, this got cycled down or turned down, so I'm going to move this down here. So what's going to happen is this blue will come to here, this orange will come to here, and this red will come to here. By the end of this 3 cycle, this blue will be in, this orange will be in, and we'll have a red over here. I just have to remember how to put things back. You don't have to do a lot of memorizing because you have non-overlapping layers. So the right permutation is going to be R, UI, RI, F, RI, FI, RI. You can see that's already put in. And then you turn it any number of D moves over here. In this case, it's going to be this D over here. I just have to remember what I did when I put it back. Then we go like RI, FR, FI, RU, and then RI. And you can see this is put in. Then we take our D out of it, that we did that. Once we've done that, we then deconstruct it back. So this came back here, as we can easily see, and this came over here. So the end result is we put this in, and we actually put this in as well. So that's the right permutation. Well, what about a left permutation? Let's just demonstrate that before I kind of speed on ahead. So just to demonstrate the left permutation with a little bit more extreme of deconstructing the cube, here's a blue one here. I'm just going to move that to position that here. Then I'm going to move this blue over here. So this will come here. This will come, well, it would be good if I found a light green one to put in that would fit the bill. And can I reasonably find one? Well, yeah, I can. I can put this one in. But again, this is going to be more extreme placement. So turn, turn, turn. I just have to remember to put this back here to move it back. So this will come here, this will come here, and this will come up here. So the left permutation, L-I-U-L, F-I-L-F, Li, you can see this one is in. Then we move our D move here. So then we have L, F-I-L-I, F, L-I-U-I, move that back down here. You can see this is now in, and bring this back here. Now I have to remember reconstructing it, but it's pretty easy to remember what I did, because this can come over here. So I remember this one over here, and then I did like a move up over here like that. So this looks good over here. And then just kind of put things in where you see that they seem to make sense. This makes sense over here, this makes sense over here, and there you have it. So those are the 2 moves, and it's just a matter, I showed you some examples of extreme positioning and repositioning, and what I do is I just keep moving down the line, moving it up here to see if there's any more that I can put in from here. So for instance, here's a red one. Can I put a red one here? Well, no, not comfortably. right, here's a gray. So a little bit more extreme here. I can move this down like this, up like this, and like this. So I just have to remember that zigzaggy thing that I did. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. Anyway, this will come here, this will come here, this will come up here. So R, UI, RI, F, RI, FI, RI. That's good here. Move this in. R, RI rather, FR, FI, RU. Bang, and then that's in here nice, and that's over here. Now I have to remember my little zigzag thing. I believe this turned over here. I can tell that because this will fold into here nicely. So this turned over here. These two match up to here, and this will come up here. It's not as hard as it looks, and I'm going to keep following suit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep putting things in until I get down to the last few, but just keep constructing and reconstructing. I don't have to do it from this perspective. If I run into trouble, I can do it from this. As long as I have a non-banded side on top, the only difference now is I have to do it with the right permutation, not the left, as you can see. So I can do that if there's specific situations that might call for. Let's say I want to start filling up whites. So I'll put this white over here, and I'll move this up here. So this can come here, white to here, here to, and I'll see if there's any yellows that I can easily put in. Well, there's this one here, but it's not quite where it needs to be. You know, as long as there's something else that I can move, so if I just wanted to place this white, I can. You may want to get a little bit more bang for your buck, though, if you at all could. So maybe there's perhaps a green one. Yeah, if I move this over here, this green one will end up here. This to here, this to here, this to here. So that actually is 2. I just have to remember that I moved it like that. But I should have enough keystones to tell me that. So R, UI, RI, F, RI, FI, RI. Looking good. Move this here to match that up. RI, FR, FI, RU. Bang. Zoom. So this got placed and this got placed. This comes down here, this comes here. So it's actually pretty fun after a while. A little labor intensive, but that's okay. And we could keep following suit with this side as well. You know, I'm looking to see if there's anything that's in here that I can use. So how about this? Beige here, pretty simple just to move this up. This fulfills all the criteria, bandaged here and bandaged here. This to here, this to, well, can we put a blue one in this framework here? Specifically here, and the answer is yeah. Just move this down. This will come here and then ultimately to here. Wow, okay. And again, it's a right permutation. So R, UI, RI, F, RI, FI, RI, that's in. 1, 2, got my blue over here. RI, FR, FI, RU, bang, there's that blue. 1, 2. So as you can see, it comes back nicely, bounces back pretty nicely. All right, now we ended up with a pink. That was the exchange. Well, no problem, right here, pink to pink, white to... Can we put a white one in this frame? And the answer is yes. Here to here, here to here, here to here. So lickety split, let's do it. R, UI, RI, F, RI, FI, RI, looking good. Move this here. RI, FR, FI, RU, bang, looking good. Put this here, move this back, put this here, say a few prayers, and we just kind of follow suit with this. Okay, so now we've taken it down to the final few shards, and it didn't take me too long to do this, a little less than you might otherwise think. So let's see what we've got here. I guess we could set it up in this position here, move the red in. We do have this red that we can go like 1, 2. So there it is there. So this can move here, this can move, well, it would be great if we could move it into here somehow. Just not sure how we're going to do that. And if we can't move it in there, then at least we can place another one that's out, or we can just put it into here just to shake it up a little bit. So at least this will place the red one. And at this point, even if it's just one at a time, that would be fine. But, you know, we've got this here, and we could knock this out here. So why don't we just move this up, bang, like this. That'll cycle these 3. Not too shabby. Just have to remember what I did. So this is the left permutation, Li, Ul, Fi, Lf, Li, so that's in. Move this here to bump this one out. L, Fi, Li, F, Li, Ui, bang, zoom, pow. So now we can a little more easily find our way home, I think. I'm thinking this has to come like this, and I'm thinking this has to come like this. Okay, so the overall effect is we just exchanged the red for this, but we did put the red in, so we've got all of our reds. We've got a couple here that we can deal with, so why don't we move this like so, and move this up here. We're in the proper configuration with two banded sides here. So this to come here, this to come, and let's see if we can squeeze a white one in here. That's all the way back here. Could we put a white one somewhere within this plane, especially this one? And yeah, it's in that plane now, but does it suit? 1, 2, yeah, so that's good. This will come here, this will come here, so I'll put the green one. So this is not quite a three-way, but at least we'll be exchanging those three. So left permutation, Li, Ul, Fi, L, F, Li. Granted, this isn't really what we want. 1, 2, green's here, L, Li, boom, 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 bang, and 1, 2. Make sure we move it back. All right, put this back here, put this back here, and put these here. So we've really got these guys that have to be properly exchanged. So we need to find a perspective on how we're going to do this. Okay, well, what if, and I put this up here. All right, so we did a little bit of maneuvering around. We just have to remember what we did, and then go 1, 2. I just have to remember to match the pinks up when I'm done with this. So 1, 2, this can go here, this can go here, and this can go here. So we're sort of cycling it up like that, and that should do us just fine. Right permutation, R, Ui, Ri, F, Ri, Fi, Ri, looking good. Move this here. Ri, Fr, Fi, Ru, down and here. Now, can I remember what I did? Well, hope so. This has to be batted out of the way, I believe. 1, 2. That puts this in line here. Whoop, here rather. Okay, very good. So what do we have left? That probably did more for you than you think, because now we just have 2 more left. These 2. And now we're headed towards our final 2, and let's see how we can possibly move those last 2 in. So let's see how we can coordinate that. Well, we have to use something at the top here that's going to be used as our non-banded side. So maybe we can move this up here. We've got to somehow move this where it needs to be. So let's see what else we can finagle here. Well, why don't I try to do it from this right permutation here. So we're going to go up here, perhaps, and then this over here. Turn this here, and this just might work. This to here, this to... Now we've got to get a blue one in somehow. The best way to do that is maybe to use this blue one, unless we've got one hanging out here, which we don't. So I'm going to turn this over here, and turn this twice, so that it can be in line here. I just have to remember to turn it back and turn this back over here. So this should be a game-changing puzzle-solving maneuver, I think. This to here, and this to here. Are we ready? Let's do it. And this is the right permutation. R, Ui, Ri, F, Ri, Fi, Ri. Bring this here. Ri, Fr, Fi, Ru, here and here. Now let's remember what we did. This came over here, so this looks fine. This looks like it can be rolled over here. 1, 2. That looks fine. Bring this down, and my gosh, we have done it. Neptune has been solved. And this represents the last of the crazy Megaminx series, as well as the last of all the crazy series, as I've done the crazy cubes as well, finishing all the planetary puzzles. So now we leave the planetary Megaminx series, after having solved them all, including the planetary cubes. And unlike the Voyager spacecraft, which even as we speak is soaring beyond the outer borders of our solar system, with weary hearts we return to the point from whence we came. Uniform, solved, each puzzle now indistinguishable from the next, as we are reminded by T.S. Eliot, and we shall never cease from exploration. And at the end of all of our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. Thanks for watching.